Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mandy Elizabeth of Wornologie, and this is my second ever ship with me and what sold video. So I've got my trusty bottle of water here. Isn't it so cute? I haven't paid attention to it at all. I'm still at 8 a.m. and it is not 8 a.m. but cheers. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with, so these are all sales that happened pretty much over the weekend. So I really have to get them out like in a hurry, like 911. So this piece here, it's new with tags. And I sold it over the weekend. How funny. Hello, weekend. So I thought this was really cute. I've had this for a while. I sold it on Poshmark. And I got this from like a local thrift store. So I did pay up a little bit for it. Not quite like bins prices. And I sold it during closet clear out. So I dropped like my entire closet on Poshmark. I think like 15 or 20%. And I sold it for $15, which, you know, is not great, but not horrible. So after like Poshmark takes their fees, I will make $12 from this, not including whatever I paid for it, but I'm definitely making some sort of profit on it. And since it's sold on Poshmark, I'm really lucky I get to use a free USPS priority mailer. So that helps because I'm not spending any additional money besides on these like cellophane bags for like shipping. So I also want to include these cute little stickers. They say thank you. I used to write thank you cards, but that just got like really time consuming. And this penmanship is probably better than mine anyway. So we'll just use that. And I try to make it look as professional as possible. I don't know if you can see that. But like, I feel like if I got something wrapped like this, I would really feel like I bought it from a store or someone cared a lot about packaging it up for me, that it wasn't just like thrown in there. And then I think I mentioned this in my first videos that these tie-back envelopes, I feel like they're not as sticky as I want them to be. So I like to put the shipping sticker over the closure so that it stays closed. This piece here, I've had this for a while too. How cute! Like totally sequined, really fun and summery. All these little flamingos. This had like, I think it took a really long time to sell because like all of the tags are removed. Like I don't know the brand, I didn't know the size. To me, it seemed like it was probably something from like J. Crew, especially since they put the sequins and everything on the back. That means to me that like it probably was like a more expensive brand, not like a Forever 21 or something like that. So when I got it, I knew it didn't have all those things, but I didn't expect it to take forever to sell, and I feel like it took a really long time. But it's really cute, and it's off to its new home, so that makes me happy. So like I said, I got it at a local thrift store. This was before I even like discovered the bins. I didn't even know what they were. It was just like a mythical unicorn that people talked about on the internet, on YouTube channels. And then I realized that we had one close to us, so I went for my first time, which was really great, and stopped going to the local thrifts as much because they started marking things up. But this one sold on Poshmark, so someone made me an offer of $8. So I made $5.05 after Poshmark fees, which I'm not really sure how much I paid for this. So I would say the profit on that is probably pretty low, but that's okay because now I can just reinvest it. Now I feel like I'm a bit better at sourcing and finding things. These I got from the bins. They're a little Anthropologie short. They have like a side zipper, which I think is really cute. Little chino short, which is pretty cute. Like I said, I got these from the bins, and they sold on Poshmark. I just want to make sure that they don't end up getting there wrinkled. So I try to ship things like as well as possible. So you can like, you know, essentially get to wear it, not have to like steam it as soon as you get it. But so I got these from the bins. They sold on Poshmark, and I think I sent out an offer. I think I was doing like 30% off offers, and I had these for a while too. So they accepted an offer of $9, which I may not have picked these up if I knew they were going to only sell for $9, but it's fine because now they're not in a landfill. So after like a shipping discount, I made $4.03. Not horrible, like I said, I can reinvest it. I don't have to pay for a mailer, so that's good. I feel like sales have been kind of picking up, so that's really nice. I know like summer slowdown is like on its way, but like spring slowdown was very real in my opinion. And I feel like that was the general consensus from what people were saying online too. So, what's that saying? Misery loves company. So it was very slow for everybody. This piece here, I would have held on a little bit longer, I think, for this, but sales were slow, so I was just taking offers and marking things down and reposting things and all that kind of stuff. So this is a really beautiful green, and it has like a really cool raw edge, and this is actually Eileen Fisher. So it's a pretty expensive brand in general. So, and it's in, you know, great used condition, I would say. But I found it at the bins, and it's sold on Poshmark. And I was doing closet clear out, so I think I marked this down to $15. And someone bought it. So I made $12 for this piece, and I got it in the bins, so that's good. I will actually make a little bit off that. And I can use the free mailer since it was bought on Poshmark, which is great. I love that color green. I'm like so drawn to it. I feel like whenever I find something in that, or like kind of that like pukey colored green that is like very polarizing, people like love it or hate it. And now this piece here, this was in one of my thrift haul videos, so if you haven't seen them, please check it out. I hope to do my next video probably as a thrift haul. So this was in one of my videos. This is like a men's sweatshirt. New York or Nowhere is what it says. I think it's just like a little boutique New York brand. I would consider this unisex. It's probably men's sizing, but definitely a woman can wear this. Little lounge sweatshirt, So I found this in the bins, and it's sold on Poshmark during closet clear out. So I think I have like 20 sales to go through, so I'm trying to go fast. Last week I posted my first Thrift With Me, and I felt like it was a little long, but I personally like long form content. just like sit there and chill and watch and kind of like wind down. But I'm trying to go quick. Also, we changed the setup, so hopefully it's a little bit brighter if you did watch the first one. So like I said, this piece sold on Poshmark during closet clear out. So I dropped the price to $10 and someone bought it. So after Poshmark fees, I made $7.05. I think I got this in the same thrift haul where I got like a lot of really great stuff. Like I found like a Farm Rio dress, which sold already. I think, yeah, it was in my last ship with me, and that dress alone pretty much paid for like the entire haul. So everything on that haul right now is just pure profit, which is really great. So you always like, or at least myself, I'm always looking for like that big ticket item that's gonna pay for most of the other pieces. I mean, great. It would be amazing if I just found like 50 big ticket pieces, but that's not really realistic. So this piece here, I also found these in the bins, but a little while ago. It's not going to be in any of the thrift hauls. This is Hee, which is like an Anthropologie brand. So these are super cute little, like casual pants. Little casual pants. I thought they were really great. And this is the type of like Anthropologie piece that like in a thrift store they might not mark it up because it doesn't say Anthropologie on the tag, or it doesn't say Free People. So you could get lucky and they don't realize and they don't mark it up. So, but I was lucky enough to get them at the bins. Oh no, are you okay?
Cassie, it's okay.
Cassie, what are you grumbling about? Are you upset about how they're marking everything up at the thrift stores? Yeah, me too. So, I sold this on Poshmark, and I sent out offers to likers, so I did send out a shipping discount along with that. So it was an $18 offer that was accepted. So after Poshmark fees, I will make $12.28 on this pair of pants. Which I've watched a new YouTuber that he's really big in reselling, and he sells a lot of things for just like $10 profit for each item, and it really resonated with me to like not hold out to try to sell something for $12, $15, or $20 when you could move it so quickly for a little bit less. So I'm just trying to remind myself of my new motto. And then this here, I may have talked about this in a thrift haul. If not, I probably sourced it right before we decided to start making YouTube videos. So it's super cute. This is from Zara. So it probably didn't retail for much, and I knew it was not going to resell for much, but it looked very current and super cute. So I picked it up because I got it at the bins. So I got it at the bins, and I was sending out offers, which I think were like 20 or 30% off. Oh no, someone made me an offer. Someone made me an offer of $8, so I wasn't paying a shipping discount. So I was like, okay, probably only retailed honestly for like $17 if I'm really being honest. So I took the $8. So I'll get $5.05 after Poshmark fees. And I feel like that piece is super cute and wearable, so I'm happy that someone got a good deal on it and it got saved from, you know, potentially going into a landfill. I think I took 2. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay, so this piece here I've also had for a little while. It is so paper thin. Like if you were going on vacation, this would be a really great top because it is so thin. It would feel like you're wearing nothing if it's super hot. It's a Free People piece. It's like that like tissue material. So like I was saying about this piece, I got it at a local thrift store and it sold on Poshmark, and someone made me an offer of $10 and I accepted, which means I'm not paying an additional shipping discount. So I thought that was fair. So after fees, I'll make $7.05. I just think this is so pretty. It's kind of like in my color palette that I'm wearing now. Maybe that's why I'm so drawn to it. But I think someone will really like that. I hope the person is happy when they get it and surprised with how it's packaged. And it's not going far actually. It's just going to Brooklyn. So they'll get it pretty quickly. So that's really good. I could definitely see that being like a Brooklyn vibe, that little shirt. And then these here were definitely in like probably my first thrift haul. They're so cute. So these are cute little L Space, which is like a swimwear brand. They also, I think, do like, you know, sunglasses and that kind of stuff. But these I got in the bins, which was so surprising because they're in like nearly new condition and they don't have like any stains, and especially with like being this beautiful color. It's just always really surprising when you find something like white in the bins and it makes it out intact. But I think they're really pretty. They have like a drawstring on the side and pockets. Who decided to make pants without pockets? I would really like to talk to that person because I feel like some of my favorite pairs of pants have no pockets. And so like they look great on me, but they're like not functional. Like if I go to walk the dog or something and it's hot and I have a tank on, and I just have my cute pants and then I have no pocket to put my phone or anything else. So I'd really like to have that person's number, whoever made that decision for us. So I sold these actually on Depop, and my last video, I don't think I sold anything on Depop. I was like, Depop's sleeping on me. I did run a little bit of a sale just to, in hopes to make some sales. So I think I did maybe like 15 or 20% off all of my listings on Depop. So someone made me an offer on these for $15. And Depop fees, I believe, are only 10%. So I accepted, which left me with $12.60 from this sale. And since it's a Depop sale, it does have to go first class, so I have to use my own Polly Millers, which is fine. And I'm gonna, oh no, not this one. I do have like my favorite sale. I think it's in the next pile. This one's good too, but it's not my favorite. This piece I got at a local thrift store, and it's just like a little cropped blazer. It's like a little bolero jacket type blazer, and it has like teeny tiny little shoulder pads. It's a little longer in the front, and it is new with tags. And the brand is just like probably like a little mall brand. It's nothing really notable. But it is new with tags and it's super cute. and I'm glad that it's finding a home. But this piece here, like I said, I found it in a local thrift store, and it sold on Poshmark, and I was doing closet clear out, so that dropped the price for this particular item to $25, and that was accepted by a buyer. So after Posh fees, I'll make 20 bucks, and I feel like that's super ideal. So that made me, the sale makes me pretty happy. Every sale makes me happy, but some of them, I guess, more than others. And you're like, oh, okay, that's what I was expecting. Or you don't have to beat yourself up for buying something. You're like, nobody really wanted that. I just bought it because it was so inexpensive, or maybe it was something they need for work. But I think this someone is really going to enjoy. So I get to put it in a USPS mailer. And if you don't know, USPS does ship directly to your house, free shipping supplies. So it's not everything, but like these were delivered to my apartment, and there are like a few sizes of boxes, and I don't know if there's a limit on how much you can order, but I ordered like 200 of these at a time. So they come in really big boxes. I was like, that's pretty cool. So this is a bundle which I am missing one piece that I still need to go over to my storage unit and find, but I'm gonna talk about the pieces that I do have. So it's a 4-piece bundle. I have 3 pieces to show you. This cute little Free People Intimately bralette, which I think is really cute. I would say I probably got this from the bins, so that would make it pretty inexpensive. And then I also, they also have this piece, which is a We the Free piece, which is, this is again like that tissue material that's like kind of sheer. But I think this color is really pretty, and this is definitely oversized. I could imagine that this person might wear that cute little bralette underneath this. I feel like that would definitely be a vibe. But this is very oversized, which I noted in my listing that it is oversized. I think with most Free People stuff, you can almost assume it's going to be big. And that's just like the way it's supposed to fit. It's not that it is too big, it's just, it's supposed to look oversized. But, you know, if you want it to fit a little more snug, normally you have to go down a size. But this is super cute. I'm actually gonna do a video, like a dupe video, for things that like are online or in stores now that I have found like in the thrift store or in the bins. And there's a t-shirt on Shopbop that is like identical to this. It's just a different color, but it's the same like sheer material. So I wonder if that person like saw that on Shopbop and started looking for something similar, because that's what I do. If I find something that retails for a lot and I know it's not gonna be like a wardrobe staple, I'll try to find it on a secondhand market. And then this is a 3rd piece. This is a piece where I'm sad, like that I'm only an online seller, because this is super soft. I've had this for a while, and I feel like if someone would have been able to shop this in person and feel how soft this is, that it would have sold like immediately. And it has this cute little drawstring and a hood. It's giving major cozy vibes. And it doesn't have a zipper, so it's really unique. And it looks very Free People, even though it's not like a Free People or Anthropologie brand. Or maybe it is. I think it's called Lazy Saturday. It sounds like an Anthropologie brand actually, but I think I looked it up and it wasn't, but it's very, very soft. And now that I'm feeling it again, I'm kind of sad that I sold it. But, so there's one other piece in this bundle that is also a Free People piece. And the bundle, someone made me an offer of $35 for these pieces, which I accepted. And so I'll get $28 on the bundle, which is, you know, good for a solo sale. Not super great when you have a bunch of items, but a lot of them I did get for not a lot, so I'm okay with it. And then this is another bundle where I still need to go grab another piece, but I'll show you this one. So this sold on Poshmark, and this is like a handmade midi skirt or knee-length skirt. It has pockets. It's kind of like watercolor flowers, and this cotton material is really nice. But I'm so excited that this sold because it's kind of like a strange thing to pick up since it like doesn't have a size tag and it's like handmade. But I just thought it was so beautiful. Like this is the type of piece that I'm like, I have to save it. Someone spent time making this and I really want to see it go somewhere where it's used. And the other piece actually is another skirt. So this person was probably like looking for like floral skirts in general. And then this guy, this is a Michael by Michael Kors pink like long maxi dress that has like a pleated bottom. This was a hand-me-down, so this was gifted to me from my bestie when she was cleaning out her closet, when she was doing her own closet clear out. And this sold on Poshmark. So it sold on Poshmark. I did an offer to likers, and I think it was like a general offer to likers that I was doing. So I sent out an offer of $13, which someone accepted, which is actually a really great deal for this dress. I feel like I probably had been marking it down and marking it down. I may have had it since like last spring. So they definitely got this before I caught the fact that I probably should have like relisted it and put it back to like an original price, but nevertheless, I did get it for free, so it's fine. So I'll make $8 on this sale. And probably like 5 more pieces to go. I'm trying to go faster since it was a lot. This piece here I got in a local thrift store. The thrift store I go to has a really great blazer section. Sometimes you can find them like vintage or really great like Banana Republic or J. Crew blazers, which if you don't know, they do retail for a lot of money. Like as long as you're not getting the outlet versions, they are pretty dang expensive, especially if like they're part of a suit. But this is actually a vintage blazer. And it's like fully embroidered and it's like this really beautiful sage color. So I sold this on Poshmark and I sent out offers to likers, which means they did get a shipping discount. So I sent out a $15 offer and that got accepted. So after fees, I'll make $9.98. which I think probably when I originally bought this, I was really hoping to sell it for 25, so then I would make 20. But sometimes it's a little hard with like vintage stuff. If someone doesn't know their measurements, it can be hard because like the sizing is so different than current day sizing. And like the cuts are different too. Like in the 90s, things like in general, I think were like pretty oversized. And then like Y2K happened and like everything got super shrunken and like baby style. And then this piece is my favorite piece. This is a vintage like ankle length dress. It's so beautiful, like a cocktail dress with this like keyhole cutout. In my opinion, this actually looks really current. Like I could see something like this sold at Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's or like on Revolve or something. It's definitely a great event dress. And it is lined. It has a beautiful back zipper. It has very, very small and light shoulder pads. But in general, I think that this dress is gorgeous. And if an event would have showed up that I needed a dress like this, I would have worn it. But it didn't present itself, and now I'm selling it. So, but I hope that the person is going to wear it to something special and make some great memories in it, because it is really pretty. So I got it at a local thrift store and I sold it on Mercari. So someone made me an offer. I think I actually sent out like if someone likes something on Mercari, I normally like send out whatever the Mercari offer is, like a 10% off offer. And then they came back with like a counter offer, which was like $2 less. And I was like, oh, that's totally fair. So they made the offer of $45. So after Mercari fees, which are only 10%. So that's why a lot of resellers love Mercari, even though I feel like the sales do move a little bit slower. I do have to put it in one of these mailers, one of the poly mailers I have to buy, because it is on Mercari, but that's not a big deal. But this is definitely like a special piece. I'm really happy to see it go somewhere. So I'm happy to see this go to a new home. I'm sorry if you guys hear my dog. Now he's trying to bark with the ball in his mouth. Hi! Oh, you look like a little fish in a fish tank. Hi, buddy. I know, I'm almost done and then we'll go on your walkie. Okay, I'm almost done. I know, it's time for your state mandated walkie, I know. We'll go soon. Mama's got 3 more. As if he knows what I'm saying. All right, so this one, oh my gosh, this person's name is Mom. Mom is their first name. I wonder if they just put that in so it would like get sent to their house or something for Mother's Day. So this piece is super cute. Like it's very cottage core, granny core, mixed prints. I'll give you like one guess what brand this is or where it was sold. Please drop a comment. I'm sure you'll probably guess, but the answer is Anthropologie. So I'm sure if you are actually guessing, you probably guess like Free People or Anthropologie. But it actually is kind of giving Love Shack Fancy a little bit with the ditzy floral and stuff. But anyway, so this sold on Poshmark and I got it at a local thrift store, and luckily they did not catch the tag, since it's not one of those Anthropologie pieces that says Anthropologie on it. So I did get lucky, I think, with pricing on this one. So I've had it for a little while, and I dropped the price to $8 during closet clear out, which someone purchased it, which means I'll make $5 after posh fees. And I had to do a little bit of work on this. I didn't realize it looked like someone kind of like maybe spilled a little coffee or something. So I had to work on it a little bit. If I would have seen that there were spots, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, just because it was so much work to like oxy clean it out. But it came out like perfectly, that you would not have even realized it was there. But it was kind of a lot to, you know, oxy clean and then scrub it with like a toothbrush and use like bubble water to kind of bring out the stain and stuff. So, but if you do like something, I guess don't be afraid if it has a little spot on it, or if you have like a favorite piece that you own and you get a spot on it. For the most part, you can get most stains out. You just have to look at like what the stain was. Is it an oil stain or, you know, coffee or whatever. So this piece here I got in the bins. Super cute. This is definitely going to be in one of my dupe videos. I think I'm going to shoot it later today, actually. There is a sweater that looks just like this. I think it was on Shopbop. And it is for a lot more money than I just sold this for. So, but it's identical. And this is actually really great because I think that this sweater is like a cashmere cotton blend. So it's really great material. Probably is equally as great as the dupe sweater that I'm gonna do my little reels for, which I typically post on Instagram if you don't follow me, so that'd be great. So this one here I got at the bins. It's sold on eBay. Someone made me an offer, and they made me an offer of $20. So after eBay fees, I'll make 17, which is great. That's kind of what I've assumed I would make for a little cardigan like this. So that makes me really happy. I think I have one more, and then we gotta make it to the post office and get finished before our camera dies. So maybe I'll just talk about this one and then I'll wrap it up. So this one here I got at the local thrift store. It's so cute. This might be a dupe in the future too. It looks like a Revolve dress or something, or Reformation. This looks exactly like a Reformation dress. But it's a vintage dress that I got at the thrift store. I sold it on Depop. Someone made an offer for $30 and I accepted, so I'll make $20, $25. So that's not bad. And if this dress fit me a little bit better, I probably would have just kept it. So that's gonna be everything. I really appreciate you if you watched my video. I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. That really motivates me to keep filming more videos and coming up with new content. And if you want to see the things that are available versus the things that I've already sold, please check out any of my reselling sites. So that would be eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. And I think that's about everything. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay stylish.